When you get to this page, you're going to be able to edit it to make it look the way that you want it to look. Look at the different pages that are here so you can get an idea of what you're going to be doing. You'll notice, might feel weird, that you are going to create your results before you create the rest of your quiz. And then they have the questions. So we can go over to the questions. You can see kind of what it looks like. So let's head back to this cover, which is right here. Here is where you're going to change this to be whatever you want your title to be. So I'm going to say, which panther are you? Notice that you can change styles. So you can change some of the colors. Let's say I don't like this color. Click on the white. Along here you get the whole spectrum of colors. I'm going to say I want it. Ooh, no, I don't want it to be that color. That is ugly. I want it to be green because we're the Belgrade Panthers, and that's green. You can change your font color. When you're doing all of this, though, make sure it's easy for whoever is reading it to be able to read it. Like you see this, it's too difficult to read. So make sure you're being mindful of that when you are picking your colors. And notice how it's giving you a lot of options, as well as you can change your font type. So you can scroll through here and pick whichever one fits what you're trying to make. Here, you can change the picture. So if you click on a picture, and notice how it says you can resize it, so you can move your pictures around. I'm guessing unless you're doing something about mountains, you're probably going to want to change this picture. So in order to do that, you have to click this button that says Start Over with a little trash can. Click Start Over. It's going to say, are you sure? Yeah, I'm sure. I'm not writing anything about mountains. I don't want this. I do not want you guys uploading or looking at URLs to try to find pictures. Instead, go ahead and find images that they already have for you in this system. It's really nice and easy, and it's all royalty free, which means if you post this online, nobody's going to come at you for stealing their pictures. So in here, I'm going to type in panther, and it's going to give me a bunch of different panther images that I can use. I'm going to say, ooh, that one's pretty cool. So I click on it, and now I can move it around to make sure I like the way it is, crop and save, and then when I get back, notice how it's there for me. I'm going to change find out your writing style because that doesn't make sense for my quiz. So I'm going to say find out your inner panther. Notice how now I need to go back to content if I want to change the page that I am on. So the next thing you go to after you finish your cover is your results. It's important to work on your results before you work on your questions because you're going to tie all your questions to the result that it goes with. So notice how it gives you 4 result options. That's all I want for you guys for result options as well. So if I'm going to put in, let's say I'm going to put in the Pink Panther. And now I'm going to change my image. Again, I'm going to click Start Over because I don't want this pretty picture of the mountains. I want a panther. Oh, I see the Pink Panther right there. He's hanging out with Kermit. That's pretty cute. I'm putting it in there. And then I'm going to change this to be, you're the Pink Panther. Notice how it brings up this. It makes it a little bit easier for you to type. You can do lists. You can do numbers. It's kind of up to you, and it's similar to the way that you would type an email or a Google Doc. So here I'm just going to say, you are a Pink Panther. You are fun to be around and super silly. So it changed that. This call to action button is used a lot by companies who then want you to like post this somewhere or go to their webpage. For all of these, please click hide call to action. So click hide call to action. You don't need it. So then you want to go through, make sure that all of your results are changed to be something that you actually want. And then I'm going to go to this very first one. So this is your first question. I'm going to change it to something like, what candy do you like most? And notice how I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 options here for people to choose from, but I only have 4 results that they can be. In order to make our lives easier, make sure that you only have 4 answers to your question so that it can tie to this. And I'll show you why in just a second. So I want to change the words on this because it obviously doesn't fit what I'm doing. So I'm going to say Snickers, M&M's, Reese's, and Milky Way. Notice you can also say use image answers. You still get to keep all your words here, but here where it says edit will bring you to the same idea where you can find pictures. So if I put a Snickers bar, ooh, yum. This is just making me hungry looking at it. I think I'm going to pick the Snickers minis. Crop and save, and that picture will be in there. So now, let's say that I've put all these pictures in, it's ready to go. I want to edit result correlation. So see this right here, you want to edit the result correlation. So this is kind of like a matching type activity, right? So here are the answers, and what result would that give you? So if you picked Snickers, does that make you a Pink Panther? Or does it make you the Cross Country Panther? You can switch it around, and notice now that I've clicked 2, I don't want this one. So I'm going to unclick that one. I'm going to say that the Pink Panther would like a Milky Way. This can be a little bit frustrating, so you give yourself some time. Don't worry if it doesn't work out exactly the way that you want it to right away. Notice even I'm having to click around a little bit to get it to work, but I want that to go there. If you're focusing on one side, move up to a different one on that side to figure out something else. So now if I'm going to Snickers, I'm going to say that the Snickers goes to Cross Country. Now I'm noticing that Reese's is going to both. I don't want that, so I'm going to take it off of that. Now each one is matched to one answer. Then you want to hit save, and you'll move on to your next question. So notice how you're going to have 8 questions here. Each one of these questions will have 4 answer choices, and each of those answer choices you want to make sure relate to one of your results.